Hello everyone. Our pre-KG students had their first event where they had to go up on stage in front of an audience and perform. Yes, the fancy dress event. The theme for the fancy dress was community helpers. As students have been learning about community helpers in their UOW lessons, we thought that they are very much well aware of the different helpers, and it will be interesting for them to dress up as one and speak few lines about it. Students did come beautifully dressed in their costumes. Some became doctors, some nurses, some police, some firefighters. Few also dressed as teachers or as pilot. Our pre-KG students amazed us with their wonderful performances. They did so well, they spoke so confidently on the stage, and it is an opportunity for students to come up on stage and show their skills. This helps students to participate without having the fear of losing or winning, and as it is not a competition. All that we needed was some friends and a song to sing along. KG1 Sing Along on the theme of seasons was one of the best events we witnessed, as we saw all our students of KG1 singing gleamingly along with their peers. Our theme seasons was chosen as students already learnt about habitats and different weather in different parts of the world, and students also came dressed in the costumes to match with the season they were going to sing about. They all looked confident, happy, and sang in sync with each other. Though some words were very difficult for them to pronounce, practice made them perfect. It was a good effort by a music teacher and all the teachers to train them in a short span of time. I hope you all enjoyed the performances. Once again, parents, thank you for helping our students at home as well to practice the lines and sending them in the costumes as mentioned by the teachers. Transitioning from one grade to another can be a bit of stress or challenge for the little ones, especially when it comes to KG2 students going to grade 1, because it is leaving kindergarten and going to primary, as well as the longer hours and more subjects can make it stressful. But we want to make it very easy for our students to transition from KG2 to grade 1, and we have always taken that effort to have a hassle-free transition. Our grade 1 teachers have been coming to meet our KG2 students, interacting with them during the storytelling sessions and also some games and activities. Next week, students visit grade 1 corridors, as well as they will get acquainted with different areas of the primary block. They will have some fun time with the co-curricular teachers. Parents will have an orientation session where all the queries could be answered. So together, we can definitely make it a very simple, peaceful, enjoyable and easy process for little ones to move from grade KG2 to grade 1. Now, let us listen to our students and teachers what they did in KG1 and KG2 as well as pre-KG in the academics.
In phonics, students were introduced to the new sound f through a song. Students learned the sound and words that begin with the sound f using flashcards and did the alliteration for same. Students enjoyed doing an outdoor activity where they fished out the objects beginning with the sound f. In literacy, students had a recap to the story Pete, the Cat and the Missing Cupcakes. They enjoyed retelling the story to their friends using the storyboard. They were able to name the characters in the story and sequence the events happened in the story. In numeracy, students did tracing of number 1 and number 2. Students used Play-Doh and number mat and mold the Play-Doh to form numbers 1 and 2. In UOW this week, students were introduced to the winter season. They enjoyed the winter song, Let's Rock and Get Ready for Winter. Students learned about the winter clothing, weather in winter and difference between cold weather and snowfall. They enjoyed sharing their memories of winter vacation.
This week in literacy, we continued the story Rainbow Fish. We enacted the story in the classroom and we talked about the beginning, ending and problem of the story. In phonics, we did the revision of diagrams, blending, cementing, and captions. In numeracy, we learned doubling with doubling machines. We double number up to 5. We also wrote 16 and 17 in our notebooks. In UW, we learned properties of water. Water is a colorless, clear, odorless, and tasteless liquid. We also discussed the ways people use water every day. In phonics, we learned the phonics sound qu. We were able to write qu words. In literacy, we learned a new story, Drippy the Raindrop. We were keen on listening to the story of how Drippy Raindrop evaporated and flied to the cloud up in the sky and came back to the ocean. We learned many new vocabularies like raindrop, evaporated, ocean and Captain Salty. We were able to sequence the story in correct order. In UOW, we learned about water cycle. The four stages of the water cycle are evaporation, condensation, precipitation and collection. Evaporation is when the sun heats up the water in rivers or lakes and turns it into steam. When vapors in the air gets cold and changes back into liquid, forming clouds, it is called condensation. The clouds get heavy and the water falls back to the earth in the form of rain, hail or snow. That is called precipitation. When the water falls, the earth stores it in a number of places called collections.
In numeracy, we learn subtraction. We were able to do subtractions with manipulatives. We understood that a small number will always get subtracted from a big number. The signs used in subtraction are minus and equal to.
Bye for now.